This is your announcer, Shannon Saint Mainframe, welcoming you to our IP Livecast. Did you hear about the Pantera reunion? I am happy that they are reaching out to the animatronic community to resurrect Vinnie Paul and Dimebag as AI. Wait, what? They're just replacing them with living humans? Fine, but there better be a Confederate flag hologram. Our IP Livecast starts now.
Welcome! This is the only Panthers you're gonna need. Rawr. I don't know. I'm sorry. Let's start over. Let's play the intro again. Oh, that was embarrassing. No, it's here forever now.
We can conclude that Shannon is objectively anti-human and pro-Confederate flag. Two things I don't think we knew before.
It tracks, though.
She's of the heritage, not hate opinion, I believe. Welcome to RIP Livecast. It's episode 679.
Wow.
And Rob here with Sid and Darren. And we are live Saturdays at noon Eastern. Spend your Saturday morning, afternoon with three Jews from Brooklyn. And we're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. And as always, you can watch the video archives for free. That's right. They've been free for a while now on our YouTube page, on our Facebook, and on Twitch. So RIP Livecast on all platforms. Also on Instagram and Twitter. That's enough plugging away. I want to talk about the hot topic of the week.
I have one thing to say first. I was born in Manhattan. I'm an immigrant. I'm not from Brooklyn, technically.
Well, I was born in Austria, so what does that say about me?
Oh, wow. I'm the only native Brooklynite here.
That's true.
Born
I did.
Maimonides.
I was moved to Brooklyn.
Maimonides.
I was moved to Brooklyn when I was 6 months old, though. So basically from Brooklyn. Rob, you know what the common Brooklyn Guido way of saying Maimonides is? Maimonides. That's how they all say it. I had to take my uncle up to Maimonides Hospital. Every time. 100% of the time.
Well, we want to hear from you if you were born in Maimonides. RIPLivecast@gmail.com. That's where you send your feedback, be it an email, a voice memo,
dick pic,
a meme, vag page.
Vag page? The hell it has to rhyme. I see. I see what you did.
Anywho. I want to mention, the big story of the week. It's the one everyone's talking about. Of course, the 10-year-old girl forced to get an abortion in Indianapolis. No, not that one. I'm talking about
We're not going to talk about that?
We don't need to talk about that. What can we say?
Legal case is pending. Rob can't legally comment. His lawyers told him.
First of all, there's not enough proof that this even happened. This could just be a fable by the Democratic Party. We don't know. Even though there's been an arrest of the rapist. But no, we don't have to talk about that.
But you're out on bail, though, Rob, so it's fine.
Oh, disgusting. Come on.
Oh,
now. You know I'm not into girls.
There's a 10-year-old boy that got an abortion?
What? I didn't say that. Wow.
Boys can get abortions. It's legal for us.
I'm usually on your side, Rob, but you put that one on a T, I have to say. I don't like girls.
I know. It was intentional. It was intentionally leading.
Could we read Hope Pig Destroyer's comment? Because I'm very confused.
Rob, please do some famous Brooklyn impressions. Your impressions are always on point. We could see it in 3Ds and Sid's eyes. I think he's talking about my wonderful impressions of people like Noah. Hey guys, I'm Noah. Or, Sharon Osbourne. Oh, see! Like it's accurate.
Wait.
It's like they're in the room. So I think he's saying he wants me to apply such things to the Brooklyn accent.
Is
right?
he saying that, or does he think Darren is Rob and Rob is Darren?
Well, one thing I will say.
Confirm for us, please.
I'm Darren, by the way.
Rob, raise your hand.
I'm Rob.
I think that that my impressions of like celebrities or whatever are better, but Rob's impressions of like random accents are pretty good. Like when he does Thor, like that's a very good New Jersey guy and stuff like that.
Mel taking shots
Mel with an excellent point. We're going to talk about the Pantera reunion, and she goes, Phil Anselmo has probably caused many abortions, so it's a related story if you're going to talk about Pantera. Oh, hickory dickory dot.
Now, does Mel
never
mean
touched
that, that Phil got people pregnant and then they had abortions, or that people got pregnant after Pantera shows, and when they
Or
realized
during
that's the
Pantera
knife, that was the night the baby was conceived, they're like, no, we don't want that one.
Yeah.
That one's doomed.
Yeah, I feel it's both. It's both Phil Anselmo having unprotected sex with girls all over the world, and people having unprotected sex in the mosh pit of a Pantera concert.
Mosh pit, that's not safe.
Yeah, but just by accident. Like our penis will fall
No.
into a vagina. You're both wrong. The actual truth is I'm a big Planned Parenthood supporter.
I believe Phil Anselmo is pro-choice. I feel like most musicians are pro-choice just based on the lifestyle.
What do you want?
I mean, personally.
No, I don't think they're pro-choice. Yeah, right. They take the girl to the abortion clinic.
Mel clarifies. She says, Phil caused the babies. People that listen to Pantera are virgins. Oh! Mel is on fire today.
Official fourth mic for the rest of the episode.
Fine with me. Get her a real mic.
So basically, let's get into it. The Pantera reunion was announced this week with not a bang, but a whimper. It's honestly the weirdest rollout for a reunion announcement I've ever heard, in that there's nothing. There's no tour dates. There's no call to action. It's just, oh yeah, this is happening. So it's like, okay, the announcement is just that an announcement is coming. And I don't understand.
You don't really want Pantera announcing things. When he runs out on stage, it usually doesn't go well, you know.
So what is the announcement? The announcement is that, what's so funny is the first day they announced that Phil and Rex are getting back together. So for those of you who are not familiar with Pantera, it was 4 people, 2 of whom are currently no longer with us in this realm of living.
Are you expecting them back at any time?
You never know. They might be cryogenically frozen.
They might be.
They had the cash.
I don't know. We don't know. We don't have the science worked out on zombies just yet, so we don't know.
No, whenever the medical industry comes up with a cure for being shot in the brain, we'll bring Dimebag right back.
Although now that I think about it, so like, okay, with the zombie, if the zombie is resurrected, the person's soul is not in. It's not that person still, right? It's just their brain dead body, kind of, right? Like
it depends on the movie.
Is it still them? I mean, how would religion?
Well, you're thinking of zombies. This might just be a scientific method of bringing people back to life for real, Rob. You don't know. But also, it brings up the question of ethics and science. Just because we can, should we really?
Not in this case.
No, agreed.
So, what's so interesting to me? Hold on, before we read that take, I just want to say that when Vinny died, Vinny Paul, the drummer. So, of course, Dimebag died. It's crazy, 16, 17 years ago. He got shot on stage. Incredibly tragic. And when and ever since then, a few years after, once Anselmo apologized for stirring shit up, or maybe he would say he didn't stir anything up, but I don't know.
I didn't do shit.
Everyone was like, "Oh, there should be a Pantera reunion. Zakk Wylde should be the guitarist," because obviously Zakk Wylde and Dimebag were very close friends. And I feel like we've talked about this on the show. Yes,
I didn't
absolutely.
know that.
They were like best buds. They were BFFs forever, best friends forever.
Rob's Pantera gatekeeping Sid.
Yeah, seriously.
I can't believe you didn't know that.
Yes, it was obvious. You non-Pantera.
Darren, did you know that? Was that like something?
I may have absorbed that through this show and talk. I feel like when he said it, it rang a bell.
But I must have tuned it out during that episode when it was mentioned.
We've talked about this multiple times, but it's okay. You threw me off there. Okay, so yeah, it was always talked about. Oh, will this reunion happen? And Vinnie Paul was not into it. He never made amends with Phil Anselmo, as far as I know. And I want to say that so when he died, it was like, finally we can stop having this debate of, will Pantera reunite? Because now we don't have to talk about it. Vinnie Paul's dead. What's a reunion with just half the members of the band? How silly of me to assume that capitalism doesn't exist, because here we are now and it's happening, baby.
Can we just clip that as a drop? When Vinnie Paul died, I was like, finally. That was what you just said.
Me too.
I think we're all on the same page.
Stripper vaginas were a little disappointed.
Oh, well, they lose
like
they lose the money.
3% of universal stripper vagina licking just died. But besides that,
they lose the income, but also it's like, do you really want to be doing that? It's like, I'll sacrifice the money in this case.
Sid, I love that you have no recollection of us mentioning that Dimebag and Zakk Wylde were best friends, but you have plenty of recollection of Vinnie Paul's favorite thing outside of playing drums.
It's more relatable.
Inflicting his horrible, disgusting face on vaginas everywhere.
And let's be respectful. We don't have to call it disgusting. But I want to just mention, we're not being intentionally vulgar here. Vinnie Paul did have a column in Revolver magazine, an advice column, and literally anytime there was any question from a young man asking about how to get a woman, it would always just lead back to, you just got to let her know you got to eat her pussy. You got to eat some pussy. Eat some pussy. Pussy.
I'm
pussy. Pussy.
I mean, I'm pro eating pussy. I don't know that it's necessarily a advice column, like the best advice for every situation. But we can say, though, we know now from Mel that Anselmo caused pregnancies and unwanted pregnancies all around the country. We also know that Vinnie Paul was leaving deposits from his beard into vaginas everywhere. So it was sperm on one hand and crabs on the other.
So I want to quickly post this hot take from Deuterino. He says, not so hot take. The talent that made up Pantera was 70% Dime. So far, okay. 20% Phil, and Rex and Vinny can fight over the last 10%. That is where I cannot disagree with you anymore. Like, you are completely disrespecting the low end of Pantera. Vinnie Paul was like the beat, the tempo, the drive of that band, baby. Him and Rex were bringing the rhythm. No, I don't think so. I think they deserve more. I think Vinny just. I would say. I would say 50% Dime, 20% Phil, 20% Vinny, 10% Rex.
Okay, fair. Dusty Rhodes Muffler says that Vinnie Paul is the Guy Fieri of drumming, and it's true. They both love to eat.
Can we get Frank Godlaw's opinion on this?
Rob,
he's not available at the moment. But,
interrupt his podcast by calling him on Skype.
Do you think he would be mad that he's not the Guy Fieri of drumming?
Well, there's time. There's
a
vacuum.
Deuterino says you can close your eyes and replace Vinny with. First of all, Vinny is spelled with an IE at the end, not a Y.
Cares?
Show some respect,
He's dead. He's not going to be offended.
He said you could close your eyes with anyone and replace Vinny with anyone, and you wouldn't know. And I would disagree with that, because also Vinny was the producer of it. He's the one that engineered.
Okay, that's a different role then. But like for the drumming part, I'm on Team Deuterino there. It's just drumming. It's fine. It's good. He's good. I'm not saying he's bad, but it's not like right. I'm not saying his work is bad, but I'm saying like it's just you like he just said you could put another drummer in there to do the same thing. Sorry, not sorry.
So,
Rob won't even dignify that with a response. He's so offended.
It's your opinion. We've said our opinion.
Rob,
what am I going? I'm not going to argue with you that you're wrong. You could feel that way.
If you think his drumming is more important than I do, you know what you should do? Eat some pussy. Just try it. You'll like it. Don't even have to be sexual. Could just be like a mouth exercise or something. Even a gay man should eat some pussy.
What did Vinnie Paul sound like? Is
Just
that
like
like
that.
an accurate impression?
Just like that. And don't look it up. It doesn't matter.
Well, so the announcement was made that Pantera. Well, what the announcement really felt like.
Who made the announcement?
So Billboard, I guess I could read it. Billboard announced on either Wednesday or Thursday. Wednesday, it looks like. Yes, on Wednesday, that Pantera to tour in 2023 for the first time in over 20 years. The band has signed with Artist Group International to book their North American dates. So I think the announcement was just that they signed with this booking agency.
Okay.
Like that's the real that's the point of this article. But that's so stupid because obviously all the, this is an industry trade, but the consumer-based bloggers like Metal Injection and Blabbermouth and so on, they're obviously going to pick up on this. But anyway, so nearly after 20 years, so they make this announcement that after 20 years, Pantera's surviving members are hitting the road for a long hyped reunion tour in 2023 and have signed with Artist Group International to book their tour. And then the quote, there's no quotes from Phil Anselmo or Rex Brown in this article. The only quotes are from their booking agents and how thrilled they are to be working with them. Even crazier or weirder, there's no mention of who the other two members in the band would be. Right. Or that this is like, they mentioned that this will be a tribute to Phil to Vinny and Dimebag. But the only thing that they mention here is, well, first of all, that they're managed now by Scott McGee, who's the younger brother of Doc McGee, manager of Kiss and Motley Crue. The only thing that they mention in this article about who the third person in the band will be is that in an interview last year, Rex Brown said emphatically that Zakk Wylde would, if the Pantera reunion would happen, Zakk Wylde would not be on guitar. That's the only thing this press release mentioned, right? Next day, so story blows up, top story in rock, metal, in music, it's a big story. Pantera's reunion. Who are these two? And everyone's like, what a weird rollout for an announcement. You would usually when these kind of announcements are made, they wait until there's actual dates. There's an announcement of here's when you could actually give us money.
Well, was this an official planned announcement, or did the info leak and then the booking agents were just like, yeah, I guess we'll say it's true?
It didn't. The way the article is written, it is not written as if it is a leak. It is written as if the booking agents were involved in the rollout of the story.
Okay.
And so after everything makes headlines, people start snooping around. The next day, the rumor comes out on Blabbermouth. Zakk Wylde is, in fact, the guitarist in the band. And Charlie Benanti of Anthrax, who was one of Vinnie Paul's closest friends. I can't believe you didn't know that, Sid.
Everyone knows that, Sid. Come on.
He's going to be doing drums, which I think, as a Pantera fan, those are if you have to do this, which you don't. Those are tasteful fill-ins.
There was someone that Charlie Benanti beat out, though. Did you hear this? I don't know if that's true.
I don't hear it.
Oh, Gatan Dugas was the...
Oh, I see.
Gatan Dugas is going to be in the band with Dimebag and Vinny in heaven.
Oh, that's very sad. You think he went to heaven? Any of those people?
Which one?
Any of them? Oh, any of them, really? Well, I mean,
what kind of heaven?
All right. Well, let's not go there.
So
I restrained my joke. You'll be happy to know, Rob.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So now it is official. The Pantera reunion is going to be Phil Anselmo, Rex Brown, Zakk Wylde, Charlie Benanti. And So I started thinking about this as someone, on the business side of things. Like, why would they, what do they do? What was the point of this announcement if there's no tour dates yet? If there's no way to squeeze money out of fans yet? What are they doing? And I realized what they're doing is they're fishing for offers. They're telling all these big festival promoters, hey, if you want that Pantera logo on your flyer, give us a call, but it's not going to be cheap. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be that. And I imagine they're going to be headlining a ton of festivals. They said they're going to be doing summer festivals, so they're going to be on all the European festivals. They're going to be on the Danny Wimmer festivals.
Who?
Like Aftershock and Louder Than Life. They're all these big U.S. festivals. Like, there's this promoter, Danny Wimmer, who does essentially the U.S. version of the European festivals. And he does them. There's none in New York because there's no point. New York gets all the shows all the time. It's probably very hard, actually, to get the permit. But he does them in, like, Louisville, Sacramento.
Major cultural hubs.
In Dayton, Ohio. They do it where the Daytona 500 is. They turn that into...
No, that's Daytona, Florida.
Where did I say? Dayton? That's what
Dayton,
I meant.
Ohio.
Daytona, Florida. I meant Daytona, Florida. Daytona, Florida. Oh, my goodness. Anywho.
Rob, I love you so much. You just there's constant surprises and new ways to just. So did you thought the Daytona 500 took place in Dayton, Ohio, and they
No, I didn't. No, did I say Ohio? I just said Dayton. I just said Dayton. I mispronounced Daytona. I didn't say Dayton, Ohio. Yeah. So I made a mistake.
Dayton.
Can people not make mistakes? People aren't allowed to make mistakes. Sid? Is that what I'm hearing
I hope
from you?
you make at
Is
least
that
one per episode because it delights me. I thank you. Yes, Jacob, we can see your chat. Just say something interesting and we'll respond to it.
Well, you just responded to that, which was uninteresting. So
There you go. Mel's got my back. Incarceration Fest, which is actually going on this weekend, is in Mansfield, Ohio, at the prison where they shot Shawshank Redemption, which is a little weird that they have a concert
Jacob wants
in
to
a prison. Well, Jacob,
Rob's a giant.
I'm 6'5".
Oh,
How
in
tall
case
are
you're
you,
listening
Jacob?
on audio, Jacob asked, how tall is everyone?
Darren, how tall are you?
I'm just under 6 feet by like a fraction of an inch, like maybe 5'11" and 3/4 or a half.
And I am a fun-sized 5'7".
I have an interesting story that's been 14 years we've been doing this podcast, so I may have told this, but I was taller than that before when I was younger. When I was like in junior high and high school, I was really tall. I was going towards Rob territory. And I would see doctors occasionally, like, when am I going to stop growing? And I was kind of like freaking out about it. Because, 6'1", 6'1.5", 2 is like a normal height for an adult, but I was really young. And they were like, hey, you'll stop eventually, and that's where you'll be. And then and then I stopped. And then for the rest of my adult life, I just assumed I was 6'1" or something like that. And then one day I went to a doctor for something else, and they just randomly took my height. And he's like, oh, you're 5'11" and blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, that's not possible. How's that possible? He's like, why? What did you think you were? I was like, I thought I was like 2.5 or 3 inches taller, And he's like, oh, that's normal. Like most people lose. It might be on the outlier of normal. Like most people lose an inch or an inch and a half, but it's normal. Like your bones settle down when you grow up. So I was like deprived of being a 6-foot person. I thought for the beginning of my adult life, I thought I was a 6-foot person, and I'm really
if
not.
you're
You could
5'11"
say-
and change, you could just
say you're
round up.
6 foot.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
no one's going to arrest you for saying
I
you're
can
6 foot.
say it,
Unless
but
Rob
I know-
lies about his height, then Darren would get arrested.
That's true. Good point. I know the truth though, and I can't. It's like it's not fooling anybody. I might fool the world, but I can't fool myself. I'm not a 6-foot person.
Have you gotten your height checked since? Maybe you've grown.
Maybe I've grown, but I doubt it. I think it would probably just go the other way, and that would make me more depressed about it. So
you've been purposely avoiding it out
You're
of
actually
fear that you're
5'4"
even
now.
shorter.
no, I really don't. I really don't. I care about the 6 foot threshold. I really don't. But past that, if I'm not 6
Measure
feet,
yourself right now. Right now. Get a ruler.
I don't have the means to do so, but I will
Get
do
it.
it. I'll do it before the next show. How about that?
Okay. All right. I'll believe that.
And Sid, what was your height? I'm sorry.
I said I was a fun-sized 5'7".
That's not that. That's like you're above average for a man still.
Yeah,
No.
I don't think so.
5'6".
He is average, I think. A 5'7" is the average.
Well, you're not short. Let's
No.
put it that way.
I'm not a short man. I don't want no short man.
Radio edit.
So go on with the Pantera discussion.
I mean, that was mostly it.
Are you gonna go?
I don't care. No. Anselmo, the last few times I've seen Anselmo, it was awful. It was very, very bad. He cannot sing. I think we played clips of him
Yes.
attempting to sing. But I will say the actual last time I saw him, which was at Psycho Las Vegas almost a year ago now, he played with Down, and they did their first album, beginning to end. And I was like, oh, man, this is going to be brutal. But he actually nailed it. And I put that to, well, he hasn't been touring. He's, comfortable. He's not on the road. He's not tired. He's in the perfect scenario to deliver. So maybe the first few shows will be good. And then once he's got the road in him.
Is it that, or is it more about like he was singing songs that he actually gives a shit about? And maybe the more recent audio we saw was like lesser projects and he was just sort of phoning it in. Yeah, and he knows this is like the biggest shows he's going to have played in like 20 years. So
he toured with Slayer on their final tour doing Pantera covers. It was like him and his session band doing only Pantera songs. Yeah, but still, people showed up.
And that was the bad audio? That was the bad vocals?
No, it was from before that. Let's see. Let me look up some clip. I guess it's probably not even going to sound right if we play it through this mechanism here.
I mean, we probably played it the first time around when these clips first dropped.
Let's see.
But I don't know. I believe that he still has the vocals if he just gives a shit.
All right. Here's something from his. This is now festival, like European festival quality footage. So it's pro shot. It's the real shit. And we could probably determine sound that way. All right, here we go. You guys hear it?
Yes. Phila H. Anselmo and the Illegals. Can't get over that.
All right. What? Let's do Mouth for War or Becoming.
Mouth for War.
Becoming. Which one has harder vocals? I think Becoming would have it because he has singing in them.
Yep.
All right, let's do Mouth. We can do both.
Mouth for War.
Mouth for white power. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm not supposed to say that.
Take it around.
These songs are bangers, though. There's no denying it.
For sure. I don't think anyone ever said Pantera is not a good band. Oh, very low register there. Voice is gone.
Okay, that's not great.
I'm gonna. I want to make an observation here. Unlike Vince Neil, who I think is not a very good singer, even in the old days, but he had a great vocal range. So he masked his lack of knowledge about music with just having a great range and belting it. I think Phil Anselmo is understands music and is actually an accomplished singer. And So I can still hear like goodness in this, but his voice is just shot to shit. Like he can't sing the notes that he used to.
Agreed.
But he's not completely bombing because he's smart about music and he knows what to rein in. Unlike Vince Neil, who just goes yeah, he knows where to rein himself in and go for the lower bar. I think, but it still doesn't sound good.
Mel writes, I want to hear him attempt the high notes in Cemetery Gates. No way in hell he's gonna try that. All right, actually, they do This Love. So let's see This Love, because I feel that's like a croony one too.
It's croony, but I don't think it goes that high. Though.
Oh no,
Yeah, it's slow and like brooding, but it's not like.
well,
This sounds accurate so far.
yeah, actually it is.
He does scream.
Oh!
Yeah, that's the one part.
I just think of my friend Bernie when I hear this song. That's all
Inside joke. I think with a lot of Pantera songs, you can just get away with just like growling it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just really about the aggro nature of the song. You know.
Oh man, yeah.
This riff is so good.
Let's go.
I'd be fine with this. Like, I feel like I'd enjoy myself at this show.
Yeah, I guess with enough alcohol.
That's
It's
what
not like-
Phil's thinking also.
What wine? I'm fine. I'd love to sit here and dunk on Phil Anselmo, but this is fine.
Yeah, it's fine. You're right.
Do you think the attendance will be negatively impacted by all these Proud Boys and Oath Keepers that are in jail now? That's like at least 40% of the audience that's locked up.
Well, the ones that they haven't caught yet will be there
Yeah.
for it.
That's the feds should just stake out these fucking shows. Just hang out in the parking lot of all these Pantera reunion shows. You're gonna round up a bunch of those guys.
Well, maybe that's why he calls the band the Illegals, because that way the Oath Keepers show up to try to arrest them. Like, oh, there's a show going on. I'll take this in while I'm looking for the Illegals.
It's brilliant marketing. But Rob, you will definitely go.
Start the song.
I'm not gonna go.
You only travel to wrestling events now, no more music?
No, I'm traveling to see Nine Inch Nails in Colorado.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Just for that, or are you doing something
Yeah.
else out there?
That and
I'm going to see
lots
some
of
friends, but the reason I'm going is to see Nine Inch Nails.
Why don't you wait till
at
Nine
that
Inch
venue.
Nails comes closer to New York?
Well, they announced all their dates for the year, and they're not. The closest they were coming was Philly, and I really wanted to.
I don't blame you.
And I really want to see a show at this particular venue, Red Rocks. It's this like side of a mountain. It
I think
looks
you
very
mentioned
beautiful. Yeah. So it's like a life goal complete.
The only thing I don't know about Red Rocks, I remember I worked in a video store and they had John Tesh
Yes, I was
live,
gonna
at,
reference.
live at Red Rocks, and that was playing on a loop for like a week.
Oh my god.
I feel like it's like the American Booty Con where people go to do live albums there because it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, did I steal your John Tesh joke, Sid? I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna throw out his name, but you actually had something more concrete.
I
Did he do the
remember-
NBA on NBC Music on that album?
I don't remember. Maybe. I hope
He
so.
plays that live.
I thought. Oh, Phil Anselmo. I mean, Nine Inch Nails or John
Oh,
Tesh.
Nine Inch Nails would do a great cover of Round Ball Rock.
Oh,
my
totally.
God.
Love that.
So I was like, man, how is he going to hit the high notes on a new level? And he really figured it out. He doesn't. He just goes to the crowd and it's like, you sing it.
That's what I was saying. He's a smart enough, accomplished musician to know he can't do it anymore.
Yeah. It gives him time to catch his breath.
Yeah.
I really give him credit for them, being honest. Like we've had endless hours of making fun of Phil Anselmo on this show, but I do respect him as a musician. I think he's a great singer, literally a great singer, not joking.
Yeah.
So that's the Pantera reunion.
Mm-hmm.
That's that. What else?
And
got
we've
going
had
on?
both of those guys on the show.
That's right. We have all living members of Pantera have called into the live cast.
Did we ever
And-
have Zach Wilde?
And Vinnie Paul we had on,
No.
didn't we?
Did we have Vinnie Paul? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't remember Vinnie Paul.
You sure? Look that up.
You had Zach Wilde on Squared Circle Pit,
Yeah. I don't think I tried to get him on the live cast, but I don't think it worked out.
and we never had Charlie Benanti, but we had Scott Ian.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
we basically had everybody in this band.
And then the guy that shot Dimebag was our third and fourth mic for a few years, but he
I
quit.
miss him. That guy was great.
Yeah. He lives in Schlumberg, Chicago now.
As long as he's walking free, I don't really. He doesn't have to be on our show. I just want to make sure that guy never spends a day in jail. He didn't, right? Because he killed himself or was killed by cops, Rob?
He was killed that night, yeah. Vinnie Paul was not a guest on the show, but we did name episode number 112 Vinnie Paul's Thumb. I wonder what the reference is there. That was in April of 2011.
God
He was
damn.
he was talking about how you get the pussy ready to be eaten.
A little clit stimulation with the thumb.
Why not?
That. Like that. Like that, Rob? Does that do anything for you, seeing me do that?
No. It does literally nothing for me.
Disappointing. It's a good reason, though, to watch the video version of the show for the listeners.
To Sid's fingering tips.
Yeah. And just to see me simulate it.
Can we see that again?
No. People, they have the rewind. They don't need me to do it again. They could just go back. They could freeze frame it. Deuterino could Photoshop it if he chooses. Maybe what Deuterino can do, he's wing day's coming up. Use that tip, little pointer on how to please Lady Deuterino and on the honeymoon. No, Sid's fingering tips is not the episode title.
Oh, Mel. Mel suggested that as the episode
Yeah.
title. So you
I
know
mean,
what?
if we can't come up with anything better, maybe, but I'd hope we can do better than that.
Also, Rob Zombie is doing he's doing a remake of the Munsters. And I don't know if you saw that. So were you a fan of the original Munsters?
Sure, reruns when I was a little kid. Yeah, I guess it's fine.
Yeah.
And then the remake I even watched a little bit of, the
Mhm.
Munsters Today. It's
Yeah, I
fine.
enjoyed them.
I don't know that we need a movie of it. I don't know how necessary that is. I don't think I've ever seen any of Rob Zombie's films. Have you, Rob?
No? Yeah, I haven't seen recent ones, but his initial trilogy I saw, and I felt like each one was better than the last. And the last one, The Devil's Rejects in particular, was very, very the right kind of scary that I enjoyed.
Is Brian Posehn in those movies or in one of them?
Yes, I believe. Yeah, he was in the first one. He died off.
Okay.
He had a brutal death in the first one. But yeah, so he's. I didn't watch his remake of like Halloween. I think he did a remake of something else. I'm like, he's like whatever. I give her.
Does he do music still too, or just this?
Yeah. Yeah, he does music still, but it's very much his version of AC/DC. You know, he kind of puts out essentially the same song over and over again. But it's good. It's not bad. Actually, his last album was pretty good. We had his guitarist, John Five, on it, if you recall, talking about it. Mel Flowers in the chat says, Rob also enjoys the porn titled House of a Thousand Corpses. I am not into necrophilia roleplay. Sorry.
Not even
Sorry.
not even just enjoying it as a fantasy in a visual context medium.
No, it doesn't do it for me.
If you were gonna fuck a famous corpse, Rob, which famous corpse would it be?
It just doesn't do it for me.
But if you had to,
I need feedback.
SHLOMOCHOINT.
all R.I.P. a Shlomo. Oh. Well, no, I said a famous, like, the corpse is already dead. I'm not saying if you were to fuck someone to death.
Oh,
I understand.
That's
And do guess.
okay. There we go. That's a famous corpse. Is he still contagious?
I hope not.
Rob, just take prep first. And you should be all right.
Darren!
Oh no!
Darren!
What are you trying to tell us?
Dusty Rhodes Muffler suggests Ivana Trump.
I don't Vano now.
At least she's warm still. Larry
What?
King, who is by
Maybe not.
Mel. No, I'm not into that. But I wanted to play.
He's excited.
That was perfect cutoff. Also,
So creepy, like from beyond the grave. He's
eating that ass.
Wait, I know a corpse that you could fuck, Rob. Hold on, ready? And it's related. It's related to metal tangentially.
Oh no! Not
That's what he's saying about the condom you're about to put on, Rob. Lou Reed likes it raw.
They likes you to tap that shit raw.
Lou raw.
Lou raw. Lou
That's
in the
the
raw.
episode title.
raw dog in it. Lou Reed has the facial structure that my grandma had, so I don't know. It doesn't really. I just see my grandma when I look at him. Him, Roddy Piper. There's a few older.
Excuse me.
You're saying he's too femme for you? So he looks like an old.
Or maybe. Well, I guess to be fair, my grandmother did look a little butch, you know. So
You have pictures of your grandma. We need to post this on social media so people can vote on which male celebrity she looked the most like. This
Breaking.
is crazy. Roddy Piper and Lou Reed. I want to see what this woman looked like now.
Lou Reed and Roddy Piper look like an old Ukrainian woman.
Apparently.
let me see.
I'm not
I
saying
might-
right now, but like this is during the week. We can follow up. You decide who does Grandma Robba look most like.
I'll put a poll out. Dusty
Yeah.
says Harley Race.
Oh.
Harley Race, I always thought had a somewhat stern but slightly effeminate face.
Yeah, he looks like a woman you would see on Brighton in like a way too revealing of
yes, put the
on-
proportion on his head.
The kerchief. That's a good one from Mel. You should read that.
What is it? What did she say? I am the table was the response when Rob claimed top. Oh my. Well, anyway, I wanted to play. I can't find these. I thought I had.
Is that a thing? Can you just claim? Is it like the broom handle game where you can claim?
Well, a broom handle is involved.
No.
Oh,
I didn't know
my.
I didn't realize that's how gay sex worked. You get to the room and then someone goes top and then you like
Called it. No back, please. No back shots.
Shotgun, back shotgun.
Every relationship is different. That's all I'll say.
Oh, so that is an accurate portrayal of your personal sex life?
No, I've never had that kind of situation. But,
I was just say you just always win the top game, and that's why you're the
Oh, yeah.
top.
I mean,
Oh, there's another
I
Mel.
think-
Wow, Mel's on a roll.
Rock, paper, scissoring is the lesbian edition of choosing top.
Oh, Mel, you're a shock jock, and I like it.
now I'm just fixated on trying to find a photo of my grandmother, which I believe I have.
How old were you when she passed?
Oh, I was already in my like 20s.
Oh,
So she was with me most of our life. She was a strong woman.
like strong emotionally, or she could like lift furniture.
She beat the shit out of you.
She didn't beat the shit out of me, but I mean like not strong emotion. She was a cunt emotionally.
Oh, I see. She threw Rob through a plate glass window like Marty Jannetty when he had the blue hair. He had the blue hair and the corn choker. She's like,
100% did that.
"What is this? Come here."
No grandson of mine.
She lifted a car and dropped it on Rob.
She threw a whole tray of holodits.
Oh, that's worse than the car.
Kicked him through a tray of Olympians.
Give me throw me through the Marty Jannetty window and then put me under a car. I don't more than a tray. I'll take that over the tray of Holodiettes any day, any night. Mel said she choked him with his ball chain necklace. What is this corn? What is corn? You're supposed to eat corn with mashed potatoes to get strong. It's not band.
She had good taste in music.
Yes. Thank you, Sydney. You are a good Russian boy.
Thank you.
Not like Rabba.
She would also weirdly call me Rabba. What? No, that's not true at all.
Rabba!
You just reach out to your mom later for some good pictures of grandma.
Yeah, you're right.
Now they're asking what your grandfather looked like also.
Oh.
He was a handsome man.
Good Russian stock. Oh, Ukrainian stock. Sorry. I know there's a war going on. I don't want to offend you.
What was grandpa's name?
Simeon.
Oh.
Simeon. Oh my God! I had a friend named Simeon. He was like in elementary school, but he, of course, tried to simulate. So he called himself Sam.
Not Simon.
It would be
Sam.
Simon.
He called himself Sam, and this is such an interesting story. He had a really bad stutter. The doctor put like a little seed. It was totally a placebo. He said, press the seed. It was under a Band-Aid. You push that every time you stutter, and it'll make you stop stuttering. And I always remembered that story. And I was like, I feel like this kid's going to have a very troubled life. He grew up. He invented something, some app or something, became a billionaire. I Googled him one day. He became a billionaire, and then he and his wife died in a car accident.
Oh,
at like age 30 something. I'm gonna look it up while we talk and find what he invented because it's
Grinder.
No, it's something, but it's something we all know. I can't remember at the moment.
Wow.
He and some other guy invented this thing.
Parlor.
He's a really nice guy. I don't think he would invent Parlor.
I found a video of my grandma.
You have a video?
Yes. That's
is
right.
this on VHS or is this on your computer somehow?
Well, this is me taking a video of like some home movies on VHS. So it's
okay.
Like, it's not like it's with me taking a video of a TV with my phone. To be clear, so here's me looking adorable. Look at baby Rabba.
Wow,
that's my mom. Look at me, I'm a cutie. And and then we're gonna see if I can. There she is. There's Roddy Piper.
Oh, I can't. It's not.
Or
close
I guess
enough
she's giving me some Harley Race vibes right now too.
I can see that.
That's my mom. That's Mama Rabba.
Mama Rabba, charming outfit.
It's an interesting outfit. Oh, she got a little chest showing.
Showing some cleave.
I found what he invented, by the way, if you're interested. Okay. It was Fandango, the movie.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's crazy.
I know. And so much, just such an interesting series of events there. Like the shit I remember from childhood was very interesting. Then I grow up and I find out he invented this thing first, became super rich, and then he's gone. Craziness. Found it out all in one fell swoop.
That's wild.
Sorry, Rob. Didn't mean to interrupt your home movies.
No.
Do you have any other home movies? Where was your sister during that? She doesn't get to play on the swing?
She wasn't alive yet.
Yeah, she wouldn't. He's only like 4. They're like 6 years apart or something.
Is that how?
5 years.
5
I
years.
didn't think it was that much.
How old were you there on that swing set, Rob?
Like 3.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
Already 5'8". Barely fit on that swing set.
Yeah, I guess that's really it. I'll try to find some more stuff while not doing the show.
Thank you.
Fine. Yeah, we'll do it on social media.
Maybe you have that video of your parents conceiving your sister. You want to share that?
That's in the same folder.
Pantera's playing in the background, which is fucked up.
Yeah. Oh no, then she would have been aborted.
No, she's what happens if you don't abort the Pantera baby.
Cautionary tale.
No.
No.
That's also the name of the porno video.
And the Pantera.
Get a little cautionary tale.
And the Pantera album, coincidentally. Rob, now what are you doing?
I'm just distracted by looking at these home movies on my phone.
Put them on the screen. Come on, screen share.
No. All right. I'll put it away. Yeah, there we go. Mel knows the deal. Rob's other home movies can't be shown on stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his grandmother hulking up and throwing him through objects. That's why. Or beating him with a broomstick or a 2x4 like Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
My mom loved Cortland apples. I remember because of the
That's what she beat you with?
she would throw little pieces of corn like
Pieces?
Chanel.
Not a whole
Yeah, well-
apple?
Well,
Like a
she's like,
Real? I was kidding. I
Yeah.
thought you were going to tell a story about apples. Holy
I
shit.
did. I
thought
did
it
tell a
was
story about apples.
Yeah.
About how they were chucked at my face, and then I would eat it.
off
Really?
the floor?
Sometimes, no, it fell on the table. Maybe I don't know. I'm exaggerating, but there was at least once where she decked me with an apple. I'm sure.
Jesus Christ.
See, she's an amateur at violence. You're supposed
It
to
was
hold the
different
apple.
times.
You
It was
beat
the
them with it
early
like
80s.
you beat them with it like it's a snow globe. That's how you're supposed to do it.
That's how you get applesauce.
Mel, she put him in a bag and beat him since it didn't cause bruises.
Oh, is that how
Just
that
on his
works?
heart.
Mel is the innovator of violence. Very ingenious ways of concealing your violence.
Everybody in the chat, what food would you beat Rob with? If you could only pick one.
I'll beat him with a big mortadelle. How about that? It's a big slab of mortadelle. Freeze it first.
I think he's into that. Oh,
Oh.
frozen mortadelle.
Yeah,
Wow.
just freeze the shit. That's a grinder tag, I think. Like sports, backpacking, mortadelle beating, role play.
Rob, are you beating your mortadelle right now?
No. We have my hands.
There we go. Thank you.
I wanted to play the trailer to the.
Oh yeah, Rob Zombie. That's right. That's what we were
Yes,
talking
that's what
about.
we're talking about. We're talking about another Rob Zombie, and his new Munsters movie. Darren, did you watch the Munsters?
You mean the TV show?
The original, yes.
Yeah, I did. I mean, it was corny, but it would be so. You know, what I think feel like younger people don't get is that sometimes you just leave the TV on because it was like the only thing happening. Like now you can watch anything you like, and if it sucks, you could turn it off and put anything on.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times when I was a kid, you had to pick from like 5 things.
Right.
So I would just sit and watch the Munsters, even though it wasn't that great of a show. But I probably have seen every Munsters episode.
So here's the trailer for the movie.
They threw back with the old Universal logo.
It's cute.
Rob Zombie, the director of House of a Thousand Corpses, Halloween, and The Devil's Rejects, brings you the greatest love story ever told.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Think of it. The
Wolfman
brain
Jack.
of a super genius transplanted into the body of a perfect physical specimen.
I want a man that makes my blood run cold. A man that every time he enters my crypt,
Oh.
it's like a stake through my dead black heart.
I can whip you up a humpy down in the lamb.
Oh no. Remember what happened last time?
He was battered.
I'm gonna go.
Like a Nosferatu.
Okay. I'm looking for a vision.
Was that Jackie Earl Haley, by the way?
I thought that too. I don't know.
What exactly do you want?
Is
He's too
Herman
big to be in
Munster
this movie, though.
Now, what's his face from Lost?
No.
Curly?
I knew the moment
No.
I laid eyes on you that you were special.
That's me
I
watching this,
understand
hurling.
you feel the same. I'm just a
I will
regular
say
girl
I'm
living a
blown
boring,
away.
normal
And this shows you how boring the trailer is. I'm blown away
There's one thing
by
I know,
the
is that
set
the rest of
design
the
and the
world
style.
wants to
It looks like a porn parody.
Can you pause it while we talked about it or lower it?
Miss Lily.
Sorry. Yes.
Yeah, 'cause I
I'm
couldn't hear you.
I said I'm blown away. Like, I guess we don't even have to hear the rest of it because it doesn't matter. But I'm blown away by the style choices and the aesthetic.
Right.
That's the
In a
only
good way
thing.
or a bad way?
In a good way.
Oh.
I was just saying, like, this shows you how boring the trailer is. That all I'm paying attention is like, wow, this looks very pretty. You know, like
It's just exactly note for note the TV show. Except they got everyone to play a lookalike. Like every actor's a lookalike, except for Lily Munster, who is like just the most basic of like, you know, casting the central white actresses.
Are any of these like known actors? Because nobody looks immediately familiar to me.
Lily Munster is Sharon Moon Zombie. So Sherry Moon Zombie.
So it's a nepotism thing.
Oh.
Well, she's essentially the lead in all of his movies.
Oh, see, I don't even know. Are you gatekeeping Rob Zombie movies now, Rob?
Have you watched any of his other movies?
I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. No, yes, but I in and out of my brain. House of a Thousand Corpses or whatever.
Yeah, she was in that too. Oh, that was Hurley actually. That was Hurley.
What?
Oh wow, and there's another Lost alum. Grandpa is played by Daniel Roebuck.
Oh, that guy's in everything though. That almost doesn't count.
Okay,
Dr.
Elvira is in this.
He was really good in Lost.
Jeff Daniel Phillips.
Oh, I don't know who that is. But like, yeah, like I was saying, like she's just so not Lily Munster. Like you got to be, like Lily Munster was like detached and like, you know, exotic and didn't like, you know what I mean? Like I don't feel like she was like this character. She was almost like Morticia Addams, but like tuned down a little bit, you know. But this one is like she's like a Barbie doll. And Rob, I disagree with you that this looks good. I think it looks like very cheaply made. It looks like a college student made it.
I don't know. The sets look pretty intricate. I agree. The way it's the cinematography maybe looks cheap. I think that was intentional. I think he's intentionally going.
I think it's intentional because the studio said you have 75 cents for a budget. Figure it out, buddy.
Nate said this absolutely looks like a prawn parody, which I completely agree with, except we're just going to be deprived of the point of the prawn parody, which is that it's the sex. That's why it's so cheap, because no one gives a shit about any of the other stuff that's going on.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Hurley from Lost bang it out a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Why not? It's got to be someone likes that. Come on.
Yeah.
A man that every time he enters my crypt, it's like a stake through my dead black.
Too much emotion. Too much emotion for Lily.
Down in the land.
He's
No,
perfect.
Remember what happened last time?
He was battered.
I'm gonna go.
Okay.
That's just not Lily Munster aesthetic. Sorry.
A queen. True love.
I do think Herman is very accurate.
Herman Munster
Yes.
in there?
I agree with that. The Herman guy is very good.
I knew the moment I laid
He's
eyes on
nailing
you
it.
were special. I understand if you don't feel the same. I'm just a regular gal living a boring, normal life.
And can you pause it again?
One thing I know.
I just think one of the great things about the Munsters was that Lily was firmly in control of that relationship. Like Herman was kind of a dupe, and Lily was like the boss of the house. And you know, basically, he did what she said. They were in love with each other, but she wore the pants in the family. And now she's chasing after him like she's a schoolgirl. And this handsome, rugged young Herman she wants to make him fall in love with her.
Well,
It's
we
stupid.
only saw in the show, we only saw them after they were already a married couple with a family.
So
This is the prequel. This is how she tricked him into getting married, and then she became the manipulative shrew who ran his life.
Yeah, Nate said way too much Netflix New Woman Pseudo Valley Girl. Nailed it. That's exactly right.
What does Netflix New Woman mean? I don't know what that is.
I think it's like New Woman of the Week. Like they have all these identical movies, and she's like, you know what I mean? Like they just rotating mediocre actresses.
Well, I mean, the only reason she has a career is because she's married to the director. So yeah.
Totally agree with that.
It looks like they stole and abandoned What We Do in the Shadows.
Yes.
That's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate, Mel. Also, Mel writes they should have made this movie in black and white. I think it would look better in black and white. I agree with you, but I imagine that the studio would not allow that.
And there's all that green makeup. What's the point of having the green makeup if it's in black and white?
Yeah.
I think they should have not done it a note for note remake of the Munsters. That's what I think is the big problem here. It should be some 2020s version of the Munsters.
Yeah, like what's the point of this? Like, what's the point of view other than, hey, remember that show?
Yes, exactly.
Like,
give me some
yes,
some updated take on this, or don't do it. It's fine too.
Yeah.
Like that's. Doesn't, especially bringing in Rob Zombie. Like Rob Zombie is known for like kind of subverting things.
Well, he's a huge fan of the original Munster, so maybe he felt like he wanted to do it justice or whatever.
Well, you know what you could have done? Do the Brady Bunch movie. Do it like it looks and sounds like the Munsters, but there's some quirks or different spins on each character.
Yeah.
Like Jan was a psychopath, schizophrenic or whatever. And you know what I mean? Like everyone has something like slightly off. That would have been great.
Or like Rob Zombify this, and like it's the story of this courtship, but on the side they're like kidnapping and mutilating humans.
Yeah.
Like regular humans. Something like to evil it up.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you. They had a dragon under their staircase.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty fucked up people. If you think about it.
I'm going to read this comment from TTAM91. He says, I just got in, and I don't know what you said about it already, but I hate this trailer. It looks like someone played the telephone game with Rob Zombie describing camp, and this was the result.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair judgment.
I am going to watch this shit, though. I'll be
absolutely. Yes.
Now is that the rest of the world melted away as soon as you appeared in my life.
It seems Miss Lily's truly in love.
Oh, come on. You know and I know that we got to get rid of that bozo Herman Munster.
Herman! One of the best things about the Munsters was Grandpa and how he just showed up on set and just talked like an old New York Jew.
Yeah.
Like it made no sense. Why is this Transylvanian man like talking like a Brooklyn Jew?
You said Koch.
Yeah, exactly. How am I doing? Hyman, I'm gonna make you a potion.
Oh dear, now she's green.
Yeah, she's trying to win him over.
Transylvania.
Oh, that's a human.
I thought that was the same lady.
It's like Halloween. She's dressed up as a witch, and then a real monsters come over.
It'd be funny if Herman was like, "That's cultural appropriation. How dare you?" That would be a refreshing point of view for this movie.
Thank you. This is what I'm saying. You could have done that.
Yeah.
That's a strange way of saying hello.
Oh, I guess we're gonna have to get used to it.
Oy vey.
Green face is offensive.
All right.
Yeah. Maybe we could do like a watch along of that whenever it comes out.
So T-Tam said there's slide whistles and fart sounds and shit. They may be only in the trailer. Let's be fair, at least. If that's in the movie, then I completely agree. That's ridiculous. There wasn't even. I don't think there were even fart sounds in the original one. There were slide whistles probably, but not fart sounds.
Maybe in the Munsters Today.
Oh god, that was an abomination. That was basically this. It was just doing the Munsters over. With
Maybe this is what Rob Zombie's actually basing the movie on. Maybe he never saw the original and he only knows the Munsters Today. So he's like, yeah, this is on par. I've done a faithful recreation.
Talk about cheap. That was made for like literally 75 cents.
Yeah.
That was just awful. It was like what, the late 80s they did that?
Late 80s, early 90s.
John Shuck was Herman Munster.
My God. Is he still alive? Probably not.
He's probably 90 if he is, but
let him play Grandpa.
Fine. You want to pay homage to the Munsters Today legacy?
Yes. Otherwise, this movie is ruining my childhood.
You know what the dumbest thing about the Munsters today was? They put words to the Munsters theme song.
Yes.
And it's about how they made a show about the Munsters. It's not even like, it's like, we went to sleep 30 years ago and we woke up with a brand new show or something like that.
Yeah,
Meaning that the first one was also a show and they knew somehow. Like maybe it was just reality TV in its earliest form. I think we've actually played this recently.
Possibly.
I don't remember how it came up before. Maybe when the Munsters movie was first announced, but
there's John Shuck. Awful Herman. Lee Merriweather's a really good actress. I can't believe she was in this. Awful.
I don't remember who Howard Morton is.
He's this is the short version.
Yeah.
Oh no, here it is. Why is he talking like that? Herman doesn't talk like that.
He's going to be singing for Pantera on the upcoming reunion.
By the way, we didn't see Marilyn in that trailer. There was no Marilyn, like the normal cousin.
Wasn't there?
Was she
it was
in
some
it?
actress that I'd never heard of.
Yeah.
Who was she in the trailer? No, in the trailer. I mean,
Rob
Zombie.
of the movie. Yeah, no, I don't think we did.
And I don't think Eddie either. There was a wolf guy, but then he
Well,
starts.
because this is a prequel. Eddie hadn't been born yet.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it makes sense.
This is just them getting together.
But Marilyn,
there's
should
probably
be
going to be sequels in a whole extended Munsters universe. Eddie will get his own movie. It'll be like the Joker movie.
Yeah, but it'll be like the Jack Nicholson, the Batman 60s Batman Joker. He'll keep it faithful to the original.
Yeah, and it'll probably be a huge hit.
I remember really enjoying Munsters today as a kid. It was like, I was just the right age for it.
Yeah.
You were young. It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
I liked The Ultimate Warrior when I was a kid. It's all right.
Yeah, exactly. Same.
I wanted to hang out with Eddie Munster.
Yeah, he's your style icon, clearly.
Absolutely. fellow Middle Eastern hairstyles.
The Widow's Peak.
Yeah. No, I don't have a Widow's Peak, though.
I mean, you have it naturally. You're just not showing it.
Where? Where is it?
Right, I see it. It's coming in. It's like a big point right there. Look, don't you see it, Sid?
Sure. I mean, I'm not really one to talk.
I'm not making fun of a Widow's Peak. It's just a thing that exists. It's not like a bad thing.
Where?
It goes in towards your nose and back up again. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Bullshit.
Okay. Fuck the tomato.
I'm just personally offended by Rob having that much hair.
Oh, I'm over it.
Hurts. It's fresh every time. Still real to me, damn it.
I just want to say.
Do we have time to do these Yelp reviews, or we want to save that for next week?
Let's do it.
Okay. You want to give background on what the Yelp reviews are?
We have a friend. Oh, no, we don't. There's someone we know in the New York scene that has a very high opinion of his opinions and feels the need to express them on Yelp. And every once in a while, we like to check in and see what he says.
Okay. So Sid recommended me to this one.
The top two on his page.
Yeah. The Inn on Biltmore Estate on One Antler Hill Road.
Now, as you read the review, I will find the Google page for it and show pictures and stuff to give context. So go ahead. 5 stars, by the way. Oh.
My parents and I were taking a trip to North Carolina to explore the Biltmore Estate. And the easiest way to do this is to stay at the beautiful inn on the Biltmore Estate grounds. This place is the way to charge one's battery in comfort and a very luxurious inn to boot. My room was on the 6th floor and overlooked the entrance, while the folks faced more of the overall grounds. The room has a queen-sized bed, and there was complimentary Wi-Fi. With that being the case, I used the before sleep time. The before.
You know, the time before you sleep.
The era before sleeping. To catch up on some of my many Netflix and Disney Plus favorites.
I thought he was going to say to catch up on work, but
yeah.
I mean, that is work because he probably reviews those as well.
Fair point.
The bed was a queen and more than enough space, since it was only me in the room.
Oh,
Some sad undertones to it. And the bathroom spotless and loaded with the necessities to keep oneself squeaky clean. I just love a good hotel bathroom. This is a peeing to a bathroom. They a peeing to where you peeing. They had Biltmore robes, which were there for you to use during. Well, why else would they be there? Is that a necessary clause? And purchase from the gift shop if you liked. They also came with slippers, which were complimentary if you felt like taking them home. I did, because they were comfy.
And free.
I didn't need a new robe, though. Humble brag.
Because they weren't free.
The family and I would eat dinner elsewhere, but enjoyed the morning eats at the buffet.
Oh, wow. You timed that really nicely, Rob.
During the breakfast service, we had the kind servers, Katrina for the first day, and Grace on the second. Grace actually reminded my family of Drew Barrymore. And she said that she got that quite a bit from other guests. She was perhaps the most pleasant of the servers we met. Fuck you, Katrina. Jesus Christ. She was perhaps, okay. Also, high marks go to Concierge James, who made sure that we were properly set up for our visit to the actual estate. This part of the grounds is ticketed and timed entry, a practice that has been brought about by the COVID times, the times post-COVID. Trust me when I say that you want to look into this stuff well in advance if you plan a trip, though only here for 2 nights. It was a great stay, and while I don't see myself returning here anytime soon, since I'm a bit far away, and this mission was marked as accomplished, I would do it again in an instant. Well done, Inn at the Biltmore. Well done.
Wow.
It's like they earned a begrudging respect from him.
Yeah, you added so much to that with your reading of it.
It is not easy to please. Oh, I was about to say his name. Damn. Review guy.
Do you think that waitress really did look like Drew Barrymore?
Well, she did say she gets it a lot. So
Was she being polite?
Yeah, well, either that or she's harassed by these idiots constantly, and she had to just kind of, acknowledge it.
Maybe it was Drew Barrymore doing like an undercover boss kind of thing.
Oh my God! You think she owns the Biltmore Inn?
Why not? She's a wealthy woman.
She's built more. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I want to move to the next one. You ready?
Yeah,
You got
sure.
something else to say on the Biltmore? Crazy brainy bin store. Only 3 stars this time, so we may find a mixed review here. Having noticed this business about a month ago, today was the first time that I actually went inside, and I was glad that I did, since it didn't have a Yelp listing yet.
Oh,
and might be the kind of place that folks seeing a quick bargain or a last-minute gift to bring with them to a function might appreciate. What I understand is that they take the returns from places like Amazon, Walmart, and Target. This place, while very easy on the pocket, is a little bit of disorganized chaos based on everything just being tossed into bins that patrons are rifling through. Though you aren't supposed to open anything, that doesn't seem to stop the people who are coming into the place. Sadly, I found some empty boxes, which meant certain customers just felt it better to steal than pay a really low price. Not good at all. Not
No,
good at
sir.
all.
Fucking narc.
He's outing them on Yelp. The staff on site was friendly, and I pointed out some empty boxes for them to remove. Too bad he didn't catch anyone in the act.
Oh my God, citizens arrest.
They just shook their head at it all. I saw something like these employees really give a fuck that somebody...
Yeah, I think they were shaking their head at him. Like, all right, buddy. Yeah, we're gonna
like, all right,
we're gonna call the cops right after you leave to let them know that somebody stole the fucking 18-year-old Tickle Me Elmo with the shit stain on it.
Oh no! Somebody took a BTS Funko Pop out of a box. Please let me report to my boss right away. I saw something quirky that I need to come back and purchase in the coming. What was he like? Waiting for a paycheck? Like what? He just purchased it there. I only hope that it is still there. I don't think that they hold such low-priced items for people. I'm puzzled. Like, why didn't he just buy it?
Yeah, like it was so low price.
Tennis ball on layaway. Could you?
Yeah,
hold it for me.
We don't do layaway, sir. This is an outrage. I don't think that they hold such low-priced items for people, and this is the kind of store.
No, he saw something quirky, but it was just a mirror.
That if you see something you need to purchase, as that you need something. Oh, sorry, this is hard to read. His chicken scrawl here. If you see something you need to purchase it, as it might not be there the next time around. Good luck to this shop. Be sure to visit, as you never know what you will find.
That BTS Funko Pop box now has poop in it from a certain Yelper that couldn't find the bathroom in this place.
Bathrooms were not adequate.
How was the Wi-Fi?
Fair.
Okay.
Fair to poor.
They wouldn't share that password.
They sell empty boxes? Maybe nobody stole anything. He's just assuming the worst of people.
He went a long time without a review, I see. He went from 2010 to this February. 2020 to this February. Sorry.
With COVID, he just didn't feel it was right.
Very depressing. He has one up here on Valentine's Day.
Oh, for what?
For Chef Anya Catering. It's not. I don't know if there's anything good in here, but I'm just remarking that he was writing reviews on Valentine's Day all by himself.
Well, that's his true love. So he was with his true love on Valentine's, and it was his Yelp page.
He always has to comment on the Wi-Fi. It's so funny.
It's very helpful because fellow Yelpers then know if they can write the review on site. Well, it's fresh in your mind.
Yeah. You don't want your memory to cloud your Yelp review.
Yeah.
Very sad when that happens. Well, that's the Yelp review guy.
He's traveling. He's doing things. Good for him. I haven't seen him in the neighborhood in a while. Maybe it's because he was at the Biltmore at the inn.
You want to read Mel's last comment there?
Go for it.
Thanks for the info on this establishment. I was really into this kind of sharing. There's the bins he's talking about.
Yeah.
This is the actual photo from
Looks like chaos. It looks like there was like an earthquake and families had to crowd into like a gymnasium, and this is just their collected items.
These are actually photos from the Superdome during Hurricane Katrina.
Oh my god. That's really what it looks like. And like in the middle of the night, somebody just stole everybody's shit and put it in a store.
All right.
Whew.
All right. Well, let's talk about our playlist.
I was gonna say, what was that show on Showtime about Katrina, the aftermath of Katrina?
Treme?
Oh, that was HBO.
Oh,
Yeah.
HBO. Sorry. Oh, sorry. So you didn't know because of the channel? I got the channel. I was gonna say that was footage from the set of Tremaine,
Oh,
but it's really the Crazy Brainy Bin Shop.
what a weird name too.
Yeah.
Why brainy? What's brainy about it?
You
Just
got because you got to use your mind to figure out where the real deals are.
You got to use your mind to figure out where the fucking Funko Pop is in the empty box. Which jerk off took it and ran out with it. This poor security guard just standing there like, whatever. Oh, hey, stop.
Yeah.
Okay, no, never
Clearly,
mind.
that's the nugget from this review is that if you like shoplifting, this is a good place to do it because they'll basically let you, and it's chaos.
Yeah.
Unless review guy is there, then he'll tackle you and report you to the feds.
You got to track his social media to make sure he's not in town, and then you go and you pounce.
He's a bin shop narc. Okay.
All right. So let's talk about our playlist. Every week we each pick a song and we add it to our Spotify playlist, which we call the RIPL Livecast Music Break. And you can hear it. You got a nice jam of a playlist going over 26 hours now of all the hits. And my pick this week is from this really cool goth surf rock band called Vampire Beach Babes.
Not the Satanic Surfers?
Nope. And they're they have a song called Gothic Surferama. And what I like about it is they take like the traditional like surf rock beat and they really slow it down to like a song you would hear in like a Quentin Tarantino movie, while they're getting a $5 milkshake. It's really fun. So I really enjoy Vampire Beach Babes, and
I was sort of hoping you would pick Einstreuen.
Oh, I should have. Oh, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, after last week's show, I did end up listening to a few of their albums, and it's insane because their later stuff is like very dark and croony and like great voices, but like not heavy or weird at all. But then I put on their first album, and as I told Sid and Darren in our group chat, it sounded like Blue Man Group meets Black Flag because their whole gimmick is that they made all of their instruments. But it was just such chaos. And like some of it is just very, very avant-garde and not at all musical, but like I get it. And it's a little hard to listen to. But then the second album, they discover melody. So it's more palatable. And then a few albums in, it's just, all melody, no weirdness. They're like, we have kids now. We need to pay the bills. No, I don't know. But yeah, that was my pick.
And did you learn how to properly pronounce their name while getting
Absolutely not.
Jander is a big fan. Maybe you can leave us, send us a voice memo of the proper pronunciation and we'll play it next week.
Isn't that hard? It's like phonetic, isn't it? Einsterzinde Neubauten is what I would say.
It's probably right. I just, I don't know. It makes
just
me
long.
feel dyslexic when I look at that name.
It
just
does.
letters floating around.
I agree. It looks intimidating. I agree with you. But if you unpack it, I think you can walk through it. Oh, am I up? Okay.
Yes.
I played the song One Way or Another by the band Cactus. Cactus featuring our former Livecast guest, Carmina Peace.
Oh, wow.
And it's their classic rock. Good, solid classic rock. It's not a cover of the Blondie song.
I was going to ask.
Different song. Very good, very hard charging, aggro, like late 60s, early 70s. I don't know the actual date of this particular album. I think early 70s. Classic rock, radio rock. Very good stuff. Check it out.
Nice. And for me, my beloved Archers of Loaf have new music for the first time in forever, like years and years and years and years. And they released one song off the new album, so I put that on the playlist. Is it the best Archers of Loaf song? No. Is it the top 20 Archers of Loaf song? Probably not.
Top 30?
But it's a new Archers of Loaf song, so enjoy, perhaps. Maybe it'll at least inspire you to listen to their older stuff that's better than this.
That's good. So they're still good. Then,
Yeah. I have a very high bar for Loaf.
Now, let me ask you: are they doing something faithful to Old Loaf, or are they doing a new thing that's with the same
No, it's
personnel?
more or less the same. It's just maybe a little bit mellower. It's just like it would be like an album cut. This would not be one of the lead tracks off of a good Loaf record. So I'm hoping that there's better on the record.
Now, I'm not into the Loaf scene, but like, do the fans call them Loaf, or are you being facetious now?
I think some people call them Loaf.
That's cool.
I don't know if anybody does like the old punk rock thing of like the members of the band, their last name is the band. So like Dave Loaf and stuff like that. I don't think if anybody does that. Meatloaf, no.
That's going overboard.
Yeah.
That's
But
too
I
much
think call
loaf.
them the loaf.
Too much loaf.
I'm getting hungry.
Too much tuna loaf. I am very hungry right now. I'm going to chow the fuck down when we're finished here.
Mel says, I had a brilliant idea. Start a band and take typo negative songs, add a surf beat, and put them in major keys. Call it typo positive.
Someone's definitely stealing that.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it before someone takes it, Mel.
Dusty Rose Muffler says, Carmine 2-piece to your Carmine a piece.
All right.
Take it.
Bladesy.
And,
yeah.
What's your favorite loaf? Banana bread? Question mark.
Rob, for you, I assume it's babka. Would be your favorite loaf?
I guess that counts as a loaf. Absolutely.
Garlic bread. Does that count?
That's a good one. Yes, I might have to.
I feel that's a modified.
Modified.
The loaf has already been created, and then.
Well, if I can't use garlic bread, I'll say ciabatta.
Okay.
Fair. I'm sticking with garlic bread. I don't care what you say, Rob.
All right.
This is like round 2 of the of a food draft.
Loaves.
The bread.
The loaves round.
I want to talk about our Patreon. $5 a month. It gets you access to a ton of bonus episodes. 2 a month, in fact. And they're good. They're good. They're very good. So good. We actually just posted one yesterday. It was good.
Very good. Very bad subject matter. But
Oh my
good,
God.
Funny show.
We did a watch along. You could suffer along with us as we watch the new MGK vehicle, his movie Good Morning, which was not good, but we did do a lot of mourning.
Yeah.
Because we mourned our time that we wasted watching it because it was brutal.
It contains exactly 2 good, unironically good jokes that last about 3 seconds each. And everything else is just awful. There's also probably the best line reading in this that I've ever seen. I don't want to spoil it. You have to just go watch it, but you'll know it when you see it.
We let you know it.
Yes.
Also, this month we did a video review, not a watch along. We just watched it beforehand, and then we did a review of the new Beavis and Butthead movie, Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe, which we liked. And we had a very fun conversation about Beavis and Butthead. And actually, there was a trailer for the new series now, and it looks very fun as well. It looks
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
And there's a ton of stuff in the archives. Last month we did a watch along of 2 very bad steel cage matches. One with Hulk Hogan at WCW Uncensored, and one from December to Dismember. We watched good wrestling, where we watched Terry Funk versus Onita in a barbed wire exploding ring match, which was insane. We did a whole episode where we went over a bunch of links that were not quite safe for work, a little more explicit in nature, and let's just say I got a little too comfortable, maybe reveal a little too much
little
personal
show and tell
information in that episode. And then, so tons of stuff in the archives. Over 2 years worth of bonus episodes. Patreon.com/RIPLivecast. That's $5 a month. An extra $5 a month gets you a little shout out at the end of the show. You're a top Livecast fan, which is this point in the show right now. Before we get to the shout outs, I also want to mention absolutely free. You can hang out in our Discord. We're in there all the time. Hang out with us, chill with us. Let us know what you think of the episodes. The invite link is in every episode description. So how are we doing these shout outs, folks?
Herman Munster?
The tallest guy has to do it.
Yes.
I don't have a Herman Munster voice.
Come
There,
on.
you do it.
Grandpa Munster?
How about Rob will be Herman and I'll be Grandpa? We'll do it together.
Or Rob could be his grandma. Can
Rob,
do
you
an
want to be
impression of your
grandpa? Rob, you want to be grandpa?
I don't want to do it. You do it.
Oh, come on.
You do it.
Do it with me. Tag team. Come on.
No.
Wow, Rob. We finally found Rob's hang up.
I can't.
Munsters.
You can't do Grandpa Munster? Just do an old Jewish Brooklyn.
All right. I'll do Grandpa Munster.
A little higher. Come on, Hyman.
Come on, Eric Benjamin. Why don't you go hang out with El Dorito over there?
Oh, Lily, I see Dan Oz, Sam I Am, and Mindy Mayer's keeper. They're playing with the bats outside of our house out here on 1313 Mockingbird Lane.
We got gender and Massachusetts. Just give me a cup of cattle decaf over here, because I got to go visit Rob Vampiro.
Cattle
decaf. Some money.
Oh, okay, you went ahead of me. Sorry, we shouldn't do it together. Hugo likes tacos. I don't like tacos. I like to eat 7 human heads. That's what I like.
Come with me to the land of Lando Danks, and we can have all the human heads you want, Herman.
I won't hang out with Corey and Scotty H. I won't. I swear I won't, Lily. I will not.
Why don't you relax, drink a little bit of LaCroix, and then we'll go see Doug Pigman, okay? Why don't you relax, Herman?
Oh, if there's any one of your potions, it'll probably turn me into Douglas. Who are you, Levison? And hey, guys, it's Josh. I don't want to drink it, Grandpa. I won't.
All right. Those were our shout-outs. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the people hanging out with us live. Once again, we're live Saturdays, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Thank you, Mel, Dusty Rhodes Muffler, Bladesy, Nate. Who else we got in here? We got T-Tam.
How tall we were.
T-Tam, we got, I think that was Nate. And Deuterino and Jacob. That was the guy.
Yes.
Jacob asked us how tall we were. And thank you all for listening and watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.